no loss. We be the hottest on the scene.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First play, Watson to the air. Drops it off for Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And again, it's Chubb. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try to defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
On 4th down, Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. This defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Hurt. 19 tight. Ready?
Second and 2. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Gibson here running out of the gun. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Cougar 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check smash. Hey, smash. Rig. 18 Randall.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Watson. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Check.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line.
Shaquem Grant returns. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. But a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. 3.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 39 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Solid stiff arm. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Ready, set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Warriors 17.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
18, pioneer. Check match, check match. Take match.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On the jump. Ready, go. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Riggs. Check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We saw this plenty last year in college. He'd love to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
2nd and 11. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, 12.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Watson works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Now it's 2nd and 9. Watson now to throw. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
79 Broncos. Check back. 60 Bobcats.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Check. 7 Pirates. 3.
They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Big alert. 19 Lions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off of play action, it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
First down, Browns.
Now Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. faking the give. Now Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Troy Apke. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for Commanders touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's got room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far down.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum.